Okay, so we have a guest today. She's going to sit with me. I just wanted to let you know of some of the progress of just, yeah, everything's moving. So it's great. So legal is done. It was done like 2 weeks ago, I believe, right after I last made that last video. So there was kind of a holdup because my IP's lawyer never let them know that she got the contract at the end of December. So my IP actually reached out to her and was just kind of like, hello. And then we just set up a Skype call to go over the things that I wanted to change, just to speed things up, because it seemed like their lawyer just kind of took a really long time with things. And so we reviewed the 2 changes that I wanted to make. The one with essential oils, which was kind of no big deal, and then the one that was a big deal, which was the induced delivery versus D&E. With the essential oils, they just said, bottom line, as long as I treat it like it's my own child, then they don't care what I do. They're like, we're not going to micromanage your life, so whatever you truly feel is right, we're fine by it. Just, you know, they're like, just don't call us and tell us, you know. And I appreciate that. And that is something, I want to make a video on it too. Just that is treating it like my child, while also knowing that it's not, and knowing that people don't view things the same way that I do. It's kind of like, where's the line in that? So I don't know. That's a whole nother video I want to make, and actually breaking it down in treating the baby like it's my own. So anyway, that's another time. But they said as long as I do that, they're like, we are fine. So we decided not to change that in there, because that falls under the whole doctor just writes you a note and then it's totally fine. And then the other thing, the induced delivery versus D&E, that was decided by the lawyers as, I forgot exactly the way that they said, but pretty much the IPs are like, as long as you're following our wishes, you can do it any way you want. And the lawyer said it was kind of like stipulating in the agreement that I had to have a natural delivery. Because you never know, like medically, it could become necessary to have a C-section. And so it's pointless to put something like that in the agreement. Basically, bottom line is, as long as I follow their wishes, I can do it any way that I want. And so we actually ended up leaving it the same that it originally was, because those things were addressed. And yeah, it's just quicker just to go with that. So yes, everything is done within, so we got it notarized, overnighted to the lawyers, I think within like 36 hours of me putting it in the mail. The IVF clinic had the full finished legal agreement, not the primary that the that CSP takes, but the full finished everything, which is awesome. So I got my official calendar, and just as we were hoping, the transfer week is going to be the last week in February. So hoping that everything goes the way that it should, that should be the week of transfer. So yeah, and then the day is dependent on, so my lining check is February 20th, and then they decide which actual day it's going to be. So until then, I don't know. It's just sometime during that week. So yeah, so exciting. I'll talk more about my calendar in a little bit, but I also talked to the IPs about twins, so, or transferring 2 embryos. I entered this whole surrogacy process wanting to carry twins, and they want twins. And we've already talked about, like, if we're both happy with how this whole journey goes, that they would want a sibling for their child. And so, you know, if we're both happy, then we could have a repeat journey. But it would also be great if they can just have twins and save all that money and only do it once. So the clinic, the IVF clinic that they use is very, very strict, and they will only transfer 2 embryos, or basically they only transfer more than 1 if there's been several failed attempts to where they're not sticking. And so my couple reached out to them, and the doctor actually took it to the board, because the board has to agree. It's not just him. And then I wrote the doctor and said, these are my wishes. I know the risk of carrying a twin pregnancy, but I want to do this and they want to do it. They made it clear to him. And so we were really, really hoping. We just heard back yesterday, and the intended mom texted me and the doctor said no, firm no, that's the last of it. So we're just hoping for the egg to split, and so we can still hope for twins. So I don't know. So that was kind of a bummer, but it can still happen. I told her I'd try my best to make that egg split. But yeah, so what else? I wrote down notes so I didn't forget anything. We've already done one of the initial steps, which is we did the Z-Pack, both my husband and I. It's a 5-day antibiotic, and we finished that a few days ago. So we've done that step, and now it is, let's see, the 27th. So a week from today, we start the Lupron. So all of my big box of all the meds should arrive today. So I will do an unboxing because I'm so excited for that. I know it's not going to be exactly fun, but I'm excited to get all the stuff. So, because it's actually happening. Things are moving. Like, I started this journey in July. So, yeah, it's exciting. Besides that, I don't know. I feel like so many things have been happening, and I had an appointment with the IVF nurse, then we went over the calendar, we went over the meds again, we went over how to do the stuff, how to measure everything, so I think we're set to go. So we do this. I have my repeat FDA testing on February 1st, because it has to be done 30 days within the transfer. So we're doing it on the 31st, or on the 1st, and I get to do that locally. I don't have to go down to the city to do that. But anyway, things are going. I'm excited. And I'll see you guys soon to show you what's in my box. Bye, guys.